Okay, I started recording already just because I was trying to figure out the camera. And so this is our final video of today with Metal Pete. And he wanted to check out the black gold line, so we got one up here. But go ahead and shut it down and we'll start over. Here, if you're going to do it, might as well clean it while you're at it.
Dude. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there you go. Right,
kill two birds. I'll shut off the gable fan. That should be good enough.
Okay.
Okay. You on the ones and twos again?
Yeah, let's, how do you...
Okay, I just set it to the 20 amp setting, which is right there.
Okay. 20 amps.
And then let's see everything else. Cap. This bypasses the amp meter just if I ever have it unplugged and I still want to run the fan.
Yeah.
That's the only switch that you haven't used. So like, let's say if I've got this unplugged, well now the fan won't go.
Oh.
So, because it's wired in series. So that's just a bypass switch for that.
Okay.
So that's only used when the amp meter is not there.
Okay.
So let's go on ahead with
Alright.
what do we got?
Okay. 0.4. Nothing. 0.1. Oh, it's actually...
It's going.
Yeah.
Let's see if it stays going or stalls out. It looks like it's going to keep going.
Yeah.
So if you want to use a... oh, it's stalled out.
Stalled. I'll have to go up another.
So go to 3.
Yep. 0.15.
So 3 is a better starting position.
Yep, let's see. Is it going? Yeah, it's going.
0.15, you say?
Yep.
Okay.
Here we go. Yep. 0.19 at 4. Oh, it's flopping between.
Don't worry about it. Just pick one of the numbers.
I'll round it to 0.2.
Yeah.
That's what it really is. That's the one thing about the analog meters.
Now we're at 5?
Yes, we're at 5, and we got 0.24. Okay, that's a low speed.
Yeah.
It's a good low speed. Yeah, almost 0.3, so 0.29 to be exact. That's it. .33. I know in your past videos you had a 4-speed on here.
Yep, this is easier than using the 4-speed. What are we at now? We're at 7 or 8?
7.
And that's
we're reading
0.33.
Okay, I'm just turned it up to 8 and we're at 0.37. Let's just see if it goes up anymore. I usually kind of give it a little bit speed up.
Never know what you're gonna get.
It's starting to become a medium. We're at 9 with 0.41. And we're finally at 10. It's at 0.44, so I'm just going to go back to 0 and turn on the 10. 0.4 at 0, so at 10. At 11, we're at 0.3, or 0.43. 12, we're at 0.47. At 3, we're at 0.49, or almost practically 0.5. Let's see. 0.51 at 14. It's already... Okay, right at 5, we're at 15.
Let's take this time out to put it on high and see what it draws on high, just so we know for our comparison's sake. 0.77. Okay, go ahead and drop it down. So we don't want to get... It actually went down to like 0.75. So let's just say we don't want to go over 0.7.
Okay.
So we're at 0.5 though, so we got plenty of room to move.
6, we're at 16, we're at 0.54, 55, 6, 7, might as well go up to 20, which is 10 and 10, so practically at 0.6. So,
What's 20? 0.59?
Yeah, let me just hit the 20 for good. Okay, this 20 is like at
0.6. Yeah, capacitors have tolerances, so they're not all exactly the same.
Right. Okay, so, oh, actually, it's now reading 0.59, so it kind of...
Yeah, the speed of the fan, as the fan gets up to speed, it draws less current.
Sure. So, yeah, once it gets to the speed of what I had it on at 20,
Okay.
So 21. 0.6 at 22.
You can probably skip ahead to like go by fives now because the numbers are so high.
Okay.
You'll notice it doesn't change much now.
No. It's not really changing.
You want to go ahead and just take it all the way to high?
It's at 10, 20, so at 30.
Okay, well make it 40.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. 0.66. And then,
so you're under.
Yep, and then what happens when we hit high? 0.69. Now, while it's on high, turn everything else down. Yeah, turn that down, and turn those down. Yeah, doesn't matter what order. Okay. Yeah, just go put them down. It's not gonna change it. It just gets you ready. Now we can. The interesting thing about the gold line here. Notice this. So stand under the fan.
Yeah.
It feels like there's a decent amount of air under the fan.
Yeah.
But it's not like, oh my god. But then come back over here and like kneel down on the ground right about here.
Oh yeah.
It's an interesting thing about the way the blades are designed.
Yes, because of the curve.
Yeah.
Looking at this one here.
Yep.
Because it's meant to actually spread the air out like a fan.
Right. Because they're designed for big spaces and high ceilings, so
right.
It doesn't do a whole lot directly under the fan.
No.
But
like the Daytons with the straight blades.
Straight blades are more like a wood-bladed fan in that the breeze is directly under the fan.
They do make a gold line. I've looked online.
You can buy straight blades for it, yeah.
Yes. And that actually is the reversible model that you can get.
You can get straight blades on anyone, but
sure.
Go ahead and turn it off. Now, question, do you want to reverse it before we do the solid-state control? You want to try it with solid-state on reverse, or?
We could keep it like this.
Keep it like this? Okay.
So I just switch it to that, and well,
let it spin down.
Oh,
people in the video like to see it spin down.
Ah, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I used to watch spin down, too, on any fan, so...
The only reason that spin down is of interest to me is because it is indicative of things like bearing health. And so if somebody shows their spin down and it stops sooner than it should, then I can tell them you have bearing problems.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But other than that, I don't really care.
Sure.
But there's a good chance that we wouldn't get to witness and figure out some issues. It's like there was a guy that bought a fan on eBay from a seller that advertised it as working perfectly. And the kid that bought it didn't know any better, but he posted a video, and when he turned it off, the blades came to a stop right away. So we were able to view the video and tell him, no, that doesn't work perfectly. Those bearings are gummed up.
Yeah.
So... almost hear it buzzing a little bit almost.
Yeah, because I switched it to the...
Yeah, but it's so low it shouldn't hear anything. I think it's just that fluorescent light over there is deceiving us. That's the fluorescent light I compare Like if because that light, the ballast is going out in that light, which is why it buzzes.
Yeah.
And so if a fan buzzes more than that light, then I know that the fan shouldn't be used with a solid state control.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or actually another thing I've heard from others online, they all say, like, for your house fan, you can use a solid state control, but don't use a light dimmer switch.
Well, you never want to use a light dimmer switch because a light dimmer switch does not have a lot of filtering.
Yeah.
And so sometimes you get DC, which can burn up a motor, but a light bulb doesn't bother by DC.
Oh, of course not. Light you can. That's why most of those fan controls, like I have in my house, the one that I showed you, it's a 3-speed clicker.
Yeah.
That's what mostly you can get at Home Depot.
Yeah, I don't know if they even sell solid state controls at the home centers anymore. They used to.
Yeah.
You can still get them at hardware stores.
Well,
That's because hardware stores don't change their stock ever until they have to.
Yeah.
Okay, we're ready to go.
Yeah, that was a quicker spin down. Usually it's more gradual, but...
That seemed pretty long to me.
It was long, but I'm just saying, usually it takes so long, it's like slower, and much more finer. But, okay, here we go. Right now it's reading 0.06, and it's all the way down.
That happens sometimes.
Okay. I'm going to find the sweet spot. So,
That's what she said. Never gets old.
Nope. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, or 0.15.
I got you. There we go.
Oh, at 0.17 or 0.18. And that was already kind of...
It started with the capacitors at 0.15, so it's interesting it didn't start there with the solid state. It's pretty buzzy though. It's pretty loud. You want to turn it? What are we at?
We're at 0.18.
I mean, on the clock. Where are we?
Oh, we are like at let's see, close to 4 o'clock. So like 3:30, I would say.
Okay.
So you're like 3:30 now. Why don't I go just up to 3 o'clock?
I'm just gonna polish it a little bit with some of the magic elixir.
Oh yeah, I'll keep it there while you do that.
You can turn it up. It's not gonna bother me.
Okay, just making sure you're clear and.
Oh yeah, I'm as tall as I am. I'm well under this fan.
Right, I know that. Or make sure you don't move your hand into the blades.
Well, if I did, I would learn an important lesson.
Yeah.
Where are we at now?
We are at 0.25.
And 3 o'clock.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm going to go up to 2 o'clock.
Okay.
And it's at 0.34.
Cool.
Or 0.35. So that's kind of the low medium. I just want to feel that.
Yeah? Again, you're not going to get a whole lot directly under the fan.
No, I'm actually kind of out from under it. And
yeah.
Actually getting the breeze kind of at the border of the curve.
Yeah?
It's actually the most is right at the border of when the blade starts to curve. And this is actually the speed that the ones that my pick and saves run at, the ones with the gold lines.
That sounds about right, yeah.
They run them at these speeds.
I'm sure they're on a variable speed control somewhere in the back.
Yeah, who knows where. However, there's some pick and saves, the previous one that's on County Line Road.
Mm-hmm.
That one with what I thought were SMCs.
Yeah.
That one, they ran at different speeds.
Yeah.
Different days, depending on what it was like, so...
I found the controls in some stores. The weirdest one I've ever found, ironically, was the, remember I told you I removed 10 gold lines from a Kohl's
right.
that got turned into a Kopp's. I think it was actually already turned into a Kopp's when they were tearing it down. And there were 10 fans, and they were on 3 controls, and the 3 controls were in the boiler room, and they were hooked to both a timer, a thermostat, and I think the boiler itself. So that they only came on when like the heat was on, and there was some sort of thermostat so that they wouldn't come on if it was under a certain temperature, even if the boiler was on or something. I don't remember what it was. It was a real confusing system, and since most of them didn't work, I didn't really fully get to figure out
right.
what the deal was.
Okay, now I'm going to go at 1 o'clock.
Okay.
And I am right now at 0.44. So now I'm pretty much at medium. Alright. However, did I tell you on my post about the Daytons at Home Depot that I've only seen them on high?
Yeah, I don't think those are on a speed control. I think they're just on and off.
Right, that's what I thought. Probably hardwired into like their circuit box.
So there's usually a breaker for them.
That's what I mean, a circuit box, circuit breaker box.
Yeah.
I remember my Lutheran school, the gym lights, the light switches were, in the circuit breaker box directly. Same with my middle school. Yeah,
a lot of places they don't actually have switches. The lights are controlled from the breakers.
Right, and that, like at my middle school they had the big round ones. Them kind.
The big round lights, like metal halide?
Yes, or
mercury vapor.
Yes, that would be more. That's the older ones.
Yeah, they've probably been upgraded to metal halide by now. Mercury vapor.
Actually, you know what? Most of them get replaced with those fluorescents.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're like T12, something.
Yeah, T8s or T5s probably.
Yeah.
T12s are the old school like this.
Oh, okay. No, these
T8s are... Do I have any T8s here? There's got to be some T8s here somewhere.
They're those new ones. They got like 6 to 8 bulbs in them.
Yeah.
In fact, let's see. My high school gym has got them now in it. Okay, I'm at 12 o'clock, and that's already pretty fast.
Yeah.
Now
let's... Want to take us out to high?
Yeah. We are now at 0.67, so...
Where was it at 12 o'clock? Do you remember?
No, let me turn it back down.
0.52. So it does make a difference.
It does.
Okay.
But like I said, I feel the air actually at the border, so I could still stand under it, and I'm actually feeling it right at the border of when the blade starts to curve outward. So that's where I feel the most air of these. So yeah, directly under, you really don't feel it. Outward.
It's interesting because I'm standing here right at the curve. I don't feel a whole lot. I get, in terms of like being directly under the fan, I get some right here. Then I step out some and I don't get it.
Right. But
until I actually get down near the floor.
Now I'm standing right at the border. I can tell where it is. At the border of where it starts to curve. That's where you feel the most.
Okay.
So that's what I noticed.
Ready to spin it down?
Yes, I'm gonna just go like...
And then flip the cap thing back.
Yep, I just did.
And then since this is our last bit, I think it's... We don't have time for any more, do we? What time is it?
It's like almost 8, so you...
Yeah, I gotta get to my rehearsal, so then we'll start packing things up.
I can always come out here another time.
You're welcome to come anytime.
Okay.
I usually am out here working on fan stuff on weeknights. Usually I get out here sometimes anywhere between 4 and 6, and then I'll work till 9 or anywhere between 9 and midnight, depending on what I have to do. Not on Tuesdays, I generally have rehearsals, so not on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Thursdays, I sometimes have rehearsals, so not on Thursdays. It's not like every day, but a lot of days. Whenever I have nothing else on my schedule, I come out here. Usually, it depends on whether or not I go home after doing other work. If I go home after doing other work, I usually don't get out here till like 7. But if I come straight here, then I get here at like 4 or 5.
Okay. Yeah, what do you do for weekends?
Depends on the weekend. If I have no gigs, then I just play for church on Sunday morning, and then I spend Saturdays with my wife, because that's the only time we ever really get to spend together, since she works Monday through Friday during the day, and I'm, working most weeknights and a lot of weekends. Yeah. This weekend, let's see, do I have gigs this weekend? Yeah, well, tomorrow I told you I got a gig in Milwaukee tomorrow, actually. So I'll be in Milwaukee till probably bar time, and then driving back to Madison. So I'll probably sleep half of Saturday after that. And what else I got going on? I don't think I have any gigs on Saturday. I think it's just tomorrow. And then, so maybe Saturday I'll come out here later on in the day. And
what are you doing the Monday, Memorial Day?
I don't know. I forgot that Monday was Memorial Day. I guess it depends if my wife's working or not. She's the type of person who would go into work even if she doesn't have to. So I need to find out. I completely forgot Monday was Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Oh, is it Bratfest this weekend? Maybe I'll go to Bratfest and get some brats. Okay, well, guys, I hope you've had fun watching me and Metal Pete. We've certainly had a good time with all the industrial fans.
Yeah.
Thank you for hanging out, Metal Pete.
Yeah, you bet.
And was there anything else that you wanted to show the video, or that you wanted to see on video that doesn't involve actually hanging a fan, because we're short on time?
Right.
Anything else that you wanted to ask about or to show before I stop the video?
Okay, this is the 3-bladed, right?
Yep, that's the same as the white one we tested, just in brown.
Yeah, okay. And then that's the...
That's a wood-bladed one, although I'm going to make it metal blade.
Okay.
There's another tat.
Oh, I was going to ask you, I don't know if you have it here.
Uh-huh.
You don't have the Stratajet here. The Emerson Stratajet?
It's in the box.
Oh. We don't have to hang it, but...
Yeah. Well, actually, that's not it. There's the motor. There's the motor right there.
Okay.
And then here are the blades.
Okay, let's take a look and see what those blades actually are.
You want to look at one of these blades?
Yeah, I've been wanting to see what they actually look like.
Be very careful, because it's plastic, so it's you know.
Ah, interesting. I've been wondering. So these things, they all go together and make a...
Yep.
Ah. Yeah, kind of a sharp edge that these blades have. Sharper than I...
Next time, we'll hang one up.
Yes, we shall hang up a Stratajet next time.
I have two.
Two?
Yeah.
Both brown?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, because also this...
There's a Pick and Save that has Stratojets. I always forget where
I know where it is.
Where?
It's like on Highway 16, like just north of like Columbus or something.
Sounds right.
Or Columbia. It's like...
Yeah.
I can't
Cambridge, one of those places.
Yeah, it's like heading towards Rio and Wyocena along Highway 16.
Let's see. Anything else?
Yes, I've been to that one. So
some of them are painted and some of them are not.
I've never seen the painted ones.
Well, they're like half painted, like they did a terrible job of painting the ceiling and just oversprayed on the fans.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Like they sprayed the canopies and the parts of the down rod.
Yeah. We got to take that Envirofan down before we go.
Oh. Okay.
But I was just seeing if there's anything else. You already saw the fans in the garage next door, right?
Yes. Oh yeah. We went in there.
Yeah.
Quick.
Okay. Is there anything else you wanted to see?
Well, not today, but...
Not today, okay.
I'm sure there will be a lot more to see, but I'm sure...
There's always going to be more to see. Okay, well, I'm going to stop the video then, but thanks for hanging out, Metal Pete, and everybody who's been watching, thank you guys for watching.
Alright.
Let's see here. I got to figure out how to stop it. Well, while I'm doing that, I'm going to turn the... Let's see, back to 75 is where this is for...
Now the controls in the cold, you said it was connected to a thermostat.
They were, but again, since the fans didn't work, I couldn't really dictate how that whole setup worked. It was very confusing.
Yeah, did it have like the speed control with it?
There were 3 solid-state speed controls, and then there was 1 thermostat, and then like a 3-way relay, like a lighting contactor kind of thing.
Oh.
It was a very confusing setup.
Interesting.
And again, if the fans had all worked, I would have been able to figure out exactly how it was set up. But since they didn't, it was just a bunch of switches that did nothing.
Yeah.
So okay, I'm gonna stop the video for real this time.